about work-life balance and working from home during this time. I know we're all in different circumstances right now, and I'm very fortunate to be able to work from home and to have a lot of work on to keep me busy and distracted from the current situation. But that doesn't mean that it's still not hard to keep, work life and home life separate from each other, and it still doesn't mean that it doesn't take a toll on your health, because it definitely does if you're unable to make that distinction. So I just wanted to talk about a few things that I've been doing to kind of keep that distinction and separation between work life and home life. So one of the things that I do to keep work life and home life separate is to actually just dress for the day. So I would wake up in the morning, get out of my PJs, get into some work clothes. I do have pants and kind of tops that I wouldn't normally wear around at home, but I make the effort to put them on. They're still really comfortable and they're cute. It just makes me feel better, and it definitely makes me treat the work day a bit more like a work day. I would still have days where I would still be wearing activewear and loungewear, but I might make it a little bit cute and add a little cardigan or something a little bright and colorful, just to kind of switch it up a little bit. The second thing that I do is I try to trick my brain into kind of knowing when to switch off. I work during the daytime with either natural lighting or this blue lighting that's kind of over my workstation, which is actually the dining table. That's kind of my work lighting. It's blue lighting, it's bright, and it keeps me focused. And then once I clock off for the day, I would switch to warm lighting. I just try to be around as much warm lighting as possible once I'm done with the day. When I get into bed, I might watch something, but I will keep my bedside light on as opposed to using the full lighting here, just to kind of keep it dim. And I would sometimes light candles as well, just to kind of feel relaxed and tranquil. I'll take a nice hot shower. It just helps me really decompress and relax and reset. So I definitely do that after work, and I'm just yes, I can finally have my shower and wash away all my problems and stresses at work. Yes, I'm very aware that I'm a full-grown adult, but the other thing that I do is to actually listen to bedtime stories before I go to bed. I don't really have problems sleeping once I get into bed, but it does take me a while to get myself into that zone of sleep, because for some reason, I tend to not like sleep, because I'm but I'm sleeping and I'm not doing anything. I could be doing all these fun things, watch a bunch of shows and edit videos or things like that. I just think sleep is a time where you can't really be productive and do those things, but I obviously know that it's really important and that I need to sleep. So listening to a bedtime story is kind of an activity, and so it kind of just helps me just get to sleep and into that sleep zone in the first place. So there's a playlist on Spotify called Nothing Much Happens, and the narrator has a really calm, soothing voice, and she kind of just, all her little stories are just kind of really mundane daily stories, but kind of makes you feel cozy and warm. Now also, if you are a Harry Potter fan, Harry Potter has just kind of come out with their own bedtime stories, and it's read by each cast member. I know it's weird, but it just kind of works. The other thing that I also do as part of my self-care work routine is to just change the places where I kind of sit for work. So usually I'm at the dining table and I've kind of done the makeshift stand-up desk, because I'm having a lot of RSI in my right arm and my right wrist. So I find that standing up does tend to help, but obviously there are other issues with standing up for too long and just putting my weight too much on my right side and things like that. So just to get comfortable on the couch and just sitting there and just giving myself a break and a change of scenery in a way. I definitely try to not do work from the bed, even though it's just it seems so easy to do, wake up, roll over and log on. I try to really not do that, make sure that my sleep hygiene is as well maintained as possible as well. The other thing that I've been mindful of is really taking care of my body when I'm working. I've had RSI issues in my right arm in particular in the past, and it has gotten a lot worse since working from home, unfortunately, just because you're not set up to really work comfortably for long hours and doing a lot of repetitive motions and things like that. So I've actually been going to the physio just to take care of my arm, and it's kind of helping. There's also all these physio exercises on YouTube that I've looked at, and I've got exercises for my RSI, from my physio, so I've been doing as much as I can and also trying to not be too lazy with not doing my exercises, which I definitely is a bad habit of mine. But yeah, I also find that, you know, moving your body around during the day and also changing where you sit, like you might go from the couch to the dining room table and things like that, that at least kind of gets my body moving and gets me moving into a different position. I just try to actually not use my computer as much anymore during the weekend or during my personal downtime. It's okay to not stick to your habits and routines always, because there's always going to be something that pops up. I don't know about you, but I used to be quite harsh on myself with those things. This week was absolutely horrendous. I did not get very much sleep this week. Life was basically work. So I had a lot of late nights this week and I am so exhausted. Today, my brain was not functioning. The things that are kind of getting me through, even though I am just hating it right now, trying to go out, even if just for 10 minutes, to kind of walk around the block. Instead of getting food delivered, I go to do the curbside pickups and things like that, just for a change of scenery and kind of like a little treat or a little outing. If you are having those tough weeks, I think it's also important to realize that a person who loves themselves would not necessarily just wake up super early and do an hour of yoga and try to stick to this really strict routine when your routine is being disrupted by things like work. And I'm not waking up this week, I haven't been waking up early to do my exercises or walking or anything like that, because I am aware that I need that sleep. And so self-love for me this week is sleep. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe down below. And I would love to know if you guys are working from home or not. If you are working from home, whether or not you have any tips or tricks to kind of keep your work life and home life separate, that would be great to know. Just leave that in the comment section down below and I'll look forward to discussing with you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!